Hi, I'm Juan Arteaga. I am your professor of Philosophy 108, Logical and Critical Reasoning. I'm very excited to teach you logic in the next few weeks. Today, we begin with the textbook that we will refer to throughout this course, Logic by Baronett. The chapters we will study are available on Brightspace, but I recommend buying a hard copy of the book. Remember, we will only use the third edition of this book. For today, you read the first two sections of the first chapter, pages 2 to 10. These sections deal with the concept of a statement and the concept of argument. And also, they teach you how to recognize an argument. So what is logic? This discipline that we will study for the next month and a half. Baronett defines it as the study of reasoning and the evaluation of arguments. So we will learn appropriate and inappropriate ways of reasoning and how to distinguish between valid and invalid arguments. Now, what is an argument? According to Baronett, it is a group of statements in which the conclusion is claimed to follow from the premises. Here, the key point is that the conclusion must follow from the premises. What is a statement? It is a sentence that is either true or false. According to the principle of bivalence, the true value of a statement can only be true or false. There is no third option or an option different from true or false. So in logic, statements are either true or false. That's it. Let me explain this better. We just said that a statement is a sentence that is either true or false. To be a statement, a sentence must be true or false. It cannot be both. In logic, the truth of a statement is established beyond any doubt by a well-reasoned argument. A sentence such as the house is beautiful is not a statement, since whether the sentence is true or not is a matter of opinion. So sentences such as the house is beautiful, I like chocolate ice cream are beyond the scope of logic. Logic only studies sentences that you can easily determine to be either true or false. Remember the key components of an argument. A premise, that is the information intended to provide support for a conclusion, and a conclusion, that Baronett defines as the statement that is claimed to follow from the premises of an argument, the main point of an argument. So we have that an argument has two main elements: a conclusion, that is the idea or the point that is advanced by this argument, and the premise or premises, that is all of the information that supports this main idea that we call the conclusion. Let's further discuss the idea of a statement. A statement is a declarative sentence. This is a judgment about the world that we can determine to be either true or false. This is different from a normative sentences that judges a situation or the action of a person. Every statement is either true or false, and these possibilities are called truth values. Remember that a truth value is either true or false. There is not a third option. This is what we call the principle of bivalence. Now, what is a proposition? According to Baronett, it is the information content imparted by a statement, or simply put, its meaning. So, the meaning of a statement is its proposition. Now, another key term, the concept of inference. In the study of logic, the term inference refers to a reasoning process that is expressed by an argument. So, behind an argument, there is an inference that tries to connect the premises to a conclusion. In the section B of the first chapter of the textbook, we'll learn how to recognize arguments. We use arguments in ordinary language, in scientific language, in philosophy, so this chapter gives us clues to recognize an argument. These clues are called conclusion and premise indicators. A conclusion indicator is a word or a phrase that indicates the presence of a conclusion. For example, therefore, consequently, thus, in conclusion, and so on. You can read all the conclusion indicators in the section B of the first chapter of the textbook. Now, a premise indicator is a word or a phrase that helps us to recognize arguments by indicating the presence of premises. Premises indicators are because, since, given that. You can read all of the other premise indicators in the section B of the first chapter of the textbook. That's all for today. Please let me know if you have any questions about the first two sections of the first chapter. You can send me an email or sign up to my office hours. Remember that my office hours are on Thursday from 4 to 6 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Also complete exercises 2, 8, and 15 of exercises 1B1 and exercises 8, 16, 24, 32, and 44 of exercises 1B2. Submit your answers on Brightspace no later than tonight at midnight. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.